So your offer's been accepted. Now what? Find out next on Speaking Frankly. My name is Frank Hunton, and I am a realtor with Hunton Properties and Keller Williams Realty Partners in Woodstock, Georgia, and this is Speaking Frankly. Now, there's going to be a flurry of activity after your offer has been accepted. While it's all important to one extent or the other, there are three key things to look out for and be proactively involved in. These are your due diligence period, your financing contingency period, and the last few days right before closing. Now, right after a real estate contract goes binding, there's a period of time in which the buyer has the opportunity to do their homework on the property. This due diligence period usually lasts between 7 and 14 days, but that can vary significantly depending on circumstances and what was negotiated. This is the time for home inspections, to check out your new neighbors, and to make sure that the HOA covenants are ones that you can live with, if there are any. Now, when the home inspector, not if, the home inspector finds something that needs to be repaired, you have the opportunity to ask for the repairs to be made, renegotiate the contract, or just walk away. This is one of the important things to remember about the due diligence period, at least in Georgia, is that the buyer usually has the opportunity to walk away from the deal without penalty at any point in time during that period. Now, unless you're paying all cash for your house, your agent should have added a financing contingency to your offer. And this simply says that your offer depends on your ability to obtain a mortgage and the amount of the agreed upon purchase price. It'll run a specified amount of time, just like your due diligence. Will include your type of financing, your down payment amount, the term of the loan, and the interest rate. Now, you may ask yourself, I got pre-approved earlier in the process. Why is any of this important? Here's why. It's during this period that your lender will order an appraisal to make sure that the house is worth at least as much as what you offered. Now, if it doesn't, you have to decide whether you want to come up with more money to make up the difference, renegotiate the purchase price with the seller, or walk away. And the fact is, without the financing contingency, you may be on the hook, contractually obligated, if the house doesn't appraise, or if your mortgage falls through for any other reason. Now, in Georgia, real estate closings are conducted by attorneys for the lender. In other states, it may be other agents for the lender, or a title company that does it. In any case, your realtor will have begun sending important documents to the closing authority well before the closing date. Now, 3 business days before closing, you'll be provided with a closing disclosure. This sets out the terms of the loan, your monthly payment, any closing costs, and the funds you'll need in order to close the transaction. Be sure to go over this with a fine-tooth comb, make sure there are no mistakes, that any concerns that you have are addressed immediately. Also, before closing, make sure you do a final walkthrough with your agent to make sure that any agreed upon repairs have been made and that the property is in a generally acceptable condition to you. Next step is closing, and we'll cover that on a future episode of Speaking Frankly. Be sure to come back and check it out. We hope you've enjoyed our 3-part series on the home buying process. We know that buying a house can seem really intimidating and stressful, and it can be if you're not prepared. For most of us, our homes are the biggest investment we'll ever make. It's our hope that we were able to shed some light into the process and maybe make it something you'll consider doing soon. We'd love the opportunity to help you. My name is Frank Hunton, and I am a realtor with Hunton Properties and Keller Williams Realty Partners in Woodstock, Georgia, and this is Speaking Frankly. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now, and show us some love. Give us a thumbs up below and share this with as many people as you see fit. We really appreciate your support. Thank you.